Hi everybody, it's Elizabeth at the Noonan Carnegie Library, and today we are going to make a rice heating pad that you can warm up in the microwave, or that you can also store cold and use it as a cold pack. It won't hurt it to be done both ways, so you can store it in the freezer, you can warm it up in the microwave as you need. And to make that, what we're going to use is a plain white sock, and then we're going to add rice with a little loose lavender and some lavender essential oil. If you don't like lavender, you can always change it out for plain rice, or you can use different essential oils or different mixed herbs. Rosemary and lemon is a very invigorating and lovely scent. So either way, whatever you enjoy, you can get creative with that. So we're going to use about 2 cups of rice because we're going to make a relatively small one out of our sock. So I've already tied the toe end with a little knot. And when I fill it up with the 2 cups, it'll take up about that much space, and we'll just tie the other end. And that will be a complete heating pad that you can use, but I'm going to show you some ways to get creative with covers for it so that it doesn't look plain if you don't want it to. So I've got a couple of jars to help with my mixing, and I'm going to use about 2 cups of rice for this. Keep that in the jar as much as possible. There we go. Our spilled rice and put that in there as well. I think I will mix this in a plastic bag because this jar is a little on the small side. I thought it would hold that rice, but I think the bag will be better. So I've got a little plastic bag that I can just dump the rice in. There we go. And I'm going to add just a little bit more to make sure we've got our full 2 cups. So you only need a little bit of the lavender, just enough to give a nice scent to it. And the grab and go kits will be pre-mixed with the lavender and the lavender essential oil. Like I said, you can change that out for plain rice, or you can change it out for any other oil that you want. And I'm just going to put maybe 4 or 5 good drops in there. And seal the bag up tight. And let the oil and the lavender mix in. And when you warm that up in the microwave, it's going to smell really, really lovely. There we go. Okay. So to put this into the sock, I'm going to use a larger jar to open the top of my sock up to make the pouring a little bit easier. And you can use a drinking glass or anything like that, that you have a vase, something like that, to hold your sock open to make filling it a little easier on you. You could also fill up 2 socks with a larger amount of rice and sew the ends together to make a long one that you could then wrap around your shoulders and your neck for when you're having aches and pains in those areas. There we go. Oops, spilled just a little bit. Always a risk with dry ingredients like rice. There we go. Okay. So that's going to give you a nice fat amount of rice. And when you tie the knot in the end, leave yourself a little bit of space, because when you heat this up in the microwave, what you're going to do is heat it up about 1 minute at a time. Take it out, let the rice move around, shake it up a little bit in between like this, kind of move that rice around, and then put it back in the microwave and warm it up for another minute and see how it is. Get it to the heat that you want it to be, but shake it in between each minute that you heat it so that you don't have any hot spots. You don't accidentally burn yourself after you've got it sitting on you for a little while. So leave yourself a little room with your knots, and then you'll have a nice little fat heating pad, perfect for a shoulder, back of the neck, knee or leg when you've got a little pulled muscle or anything like that. The other thing you can do that's fun with these is keep them just in here, store them in the freezer, like I said, in a large Ziploc bag to use cold. Take them out, put them on a microwave safe plate, heat them 1 minute at a time with the shaking in between to use warm. But you can also get a colorful sock to keep as an external cover for it. And so here I've got one that's the Houses of Hogwarts. And after you've warmed it up, just slide it down into your prettier sock. And then you'll have a nice decorated, mine's Houses of Hogwarts, heating pad that you can use any way that you need to. And it smells so lovely of lavender. I love lavender. It's a very relaxing scent. But again, like I said, you can use anything you like, any scents that you prefer. And it'll come out really nice and pretty when you heat that up in the microwave. So I hope that you guys enjoy these. We will have some grab and go kits here at the Noonan Carnegie Library for you with the lavender rice already mixed and the sock included. All you'll need to add is a jar or a vase of some kind to help you hold your sock open. Or you can change that rice out for something plain or differently scented if you want to. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This was a super easy craft. I really enjoyed it, and I like to have these things on hand all the time for boo-boos when anybody gets a little injury. So please do check out our Facebook page and our Instagram, and follow us on our website at noonancarnegie.com so that you can see what other programs and videos we've got ready for you guys. And thank you so much for joining me for this. We'll see you soon.